On today's episode on Africa's Side Hustle, we step into the spotlight and discover the thrilling world of entertainment and events as a side hustle. From sold-out concerts to blockbuster movies, and from extravagant weddings to immersive festivals, the business of entertainment and events is a multi-billion-dollar industry that knows no bounds. With the rise of digital platforms, social media, and experimental marketing, the landscape is also evolving at a breakneck speed. With the help of Osman Osman, we'll uncover the secrets of this booming industry, the trends, innovations, and also players shaping the future of entertainment and events. Well, welcome to Africa's Side Hustle, Osman. And just to go on to it, with over 36 years of combined experience in the entertainment industry and also as a husband, as well as you work with your wife as a team, I believe you bring rather a unique perspective. So how do you recommend side hustlers identify rather opportunities and also stay ahead of the curve in the entertainment industry?
Blue Blood was started with the key focus of a concierge company and did all the work during the FIFA Confeds and FIFA with Match Hospitality. Blue Blood is one of the leading entertainment companies, not just in South Africa. We have a global footprint. We have offices in the UAE, in Qatar, in Saudi, in most parts of Africa as well. And, you know, we tour live entertainment artists across all genres, from comedy to Western acts to Filipino acts to Bollywood. You know, people can make this a side hustle. It's hard work, it's consistency. It's not about having egos. I think the artists already come with the egos and the fanfare that they so much love and the respect that they get. For us, it's a business that we're in the business of happiness. We put people on stage. You come and see your favorite artist. Once you walk in through that doors, you basically forget about all your problems. You check that problems at the door. And for that 2-3 hours, whatever it is, however long that concert is, it's just you and that artist and their memory. That's why we always say we're in the business of happiness. To people that want to get into the entertainment industry, you need to have, I would say, big kahunas, in the sense that it's big risks, it's high rewards. Sometimes all that you put on paper doesn't make financial sense. You can do a P&L or a profit and loss statement saying you're doing an event for 100 people, 1,000 people, 10,000 people, and you can judge the market really incorrectly by saying each person's going to pay X amount, 1,000 Rand, $100 per ticket. That's your average ticket price. And the market doesn't take to that. So whatever you invest, you know you're going to lose. But it's about how you pick yourself up and how you move on. And you move on with the punches and go in. And that's why I started this off by saying you need consistency. You need to have a vision. You need to know where you want to end up in the industry.
What similarities and differences are you observing in terms of entertainment in the entertainment industry trends? And also, how can side hustlers adapt to these regional distinctions?
There's a number of events that's coming into South Africa, but promoters and organizers such as us are a bit wary in terms of the rand dollar, because when you're bringing international acts into the country, you have to factor in those costs. There's variables that you have to take into account. Today, the dollar is at 18 Rand 30. Tomorrow, it could be at 20 Rand. When you're paying your final, your artist, it could be less, it could be more. And I think that's what's holding people back, because pre-COVID, it was, I always refer to it as the time of the promoter. Post-COVID, it's become the time of the artist. Artists are so busy, there's so much in demand across the world that when you're now sending them offers for South Africa and they're looking at what they're getting in other regions across the world, they're opting to go with that because, first of all, it's the travel days that you need to take out of their life. It's the show days and the traveling back days. So they're working out for coming for 3 or 4 or 5 shows or 2 shows, Cape Town and Johannesburg. Is it worthwhile for them to take that sort of money and then go out opposed to somewhere that's closer to them? What we are seeing globally is that South Africa needs to understand that entertainment and the economy, the GDP, work together. We've seen it globally with Taylor Swift. There's case studies that's been done on Beyonce and Taylor Swift going into certain regions, certain countries, where the GDP had grown just by that concert. And it's now become a thing where globally, China, Europe, Middle East, Abu Dhabi, Saudi Arabia have all come to realize that the entertainment and your growth of your economy goes in hand. Globally, countries are looking at how to subsidize their economy and grow their GDP, and they're investing in entertainment. Where in South Africa, it's the likes of independent promoters that just go out, book out a venue, decide they're bringing in whoever, Mariah Carey, Toni Braxton, Bollywood singers Atif Aslam, Cirque du Soleil, Cocomelon. And we just do it out of, there's no government support from, our ministers that are out there. They're saying they want to support us. There's no government support in terms of understanding the growth that entertainment brings to an economy. And once they catch up with that, I think South Africa will thrive even more from an entertainment point of view. We see the success in what we do internationally. I mean, we've hosted the likes of Enrique Iglesias. We've hosted the likes of Ricky Martin. We've brought in we're bringing in Gabriel Iglesias, Fluffy, Joe Coy. We've had Boyz II Men, James Blunt. We see those successes because it's partnerships with government. That's how it becomes economically viable.
Just before I actually let you go, so how can entrepreneurs in the entertainment industry create a luxury brand, as you've just mentioned, seems such an expensive sector to be in, a luxury brand rather like Blue Blood that commands premium pricing and attracts high-end clients?
You cannot have an ego in the business. At the end of the day, your customer's right. I mean, how we built Blue Blood to be successful and have a following is that myself and Shaista are not hidden behind the stage. We're at the forefront. We're fixing issues because we believe in one ethos, that you as an individual, as a patron, have paid for entertainment and we're there to provide it. That night is for you. The artist needs to perform. We there working, the artist is there working. And it all boils down to, once that is achieved, you are building a brand. You're building a brand that people can trust. People can put out when there's entertainment, they first think of Blue Blood. When in the sectors that we're in, with family entertainment, with comedy, with Bollywood, and they come out and they support it. It's a Blue Blood experience. It's the Blue Blood way. We created those hashtags, and we live by that ethos. So I think if people want to go with that, they need to believe in their brand. They need to provide the service. And they need to not have egos in this industry, and they go very, very far.
The parting ways of Osman saying that you do not have to have an ego in the industry. Well, thank you so much for joining us for today's show on Africa's Side Hustle. And that's Osman, the Managing Director of Blue Blood, just showing, his perspective as entrepreneurs balancing creativity with the business and also how to transform a side hustle into a thriving business. As we conclude today's episode, remember that Africa's entrepreneurial spirit is unstoppable. Share your hustle story with us on social media using hashtag Africa's Side Hustle. And don't forget to subscribe for more entrepreneurial stories, business news and insights on cnbcafrica.com. Till next week.